Lion Eye, how are you doing? How was the show? How was the show at Pasadena? From clips that I've seen, it seems like it was just as good as the rest of them. Oh, I'm sure. I can't. I got 3 weeks today till I get to go see him in Landover. The most thing that cracked me up with that show was during Stiff Upper Lip, whenever they had when you could hear Stevie, like singing that part. It sounded funny. I just laughed at that. I saw a clip of somebody that was close to the stage, and you could really hear Stevie like trying to sing. I don't know if he was like. It's weird because that's the first time I really heard him really clearly on that song, especially on the backing vocals. So I don't know if he like. I don't know if he like really tried to sing that part, or if that was just how he normally does it. But maybe Chris's voice also like shadowed it. I don't know. I did see that Ryan had something on his leg. Apparently that he has like a calf muscle issue or something, and that's why his shoes have been off. Which hopefully that doesn't affect his touring from the foreseeable future. We'll start the second episode of this game. But I wanted to wait until somebody was in here. My view was in the back on the lower row, but I could see the whole stage. That's great. I think they play what? They play in Vancouver tomorrow, and then they play Vegas on Saturday. I think that's how it goes. That's cool. It's gonna be the best night of my life come May 12th. So did you end up recording like the whole show? Or did you scratch that idea and just enjoyed it? That's understandable. No one would want to hear my voice if I ever if I ever chose to record the Landover show, which I'm not going to because I'm just going to live in the moment. I'll let someone else record the Landover show, that way I can just get that audio from some boot that gets released. I need to find a full show of Minneapolis to get audio from that show. The only audio I have is from Dallas. Now, unfortunately, the Apollo show that I uploaded today isn't the best quality, but it is what it is. Shit, when did you show up? Get out of here, dude. Fuck the I have to repair the best I can. That's fair. I'm sure I can get. I'm sure I'll get a copy of the audio from some source. But we have an interesting topic for this Friday, for sure. We changed topics. We were gonna do the 3 songs off each album, but we're deciding to basically make a set list with 1 song off each album is what Friday's topic's gonna be. Along with maybe another one, depending on how long or short that is. So, if you want to, you have to pick 1 song off each album and then create your own set list with those tracks. And you can include Who Made Who in this ranking, so you can pick any of the 3 original Who Made Who songs. I already have mine done, and I think Tyler's got his done too. It ought to be interesting on what everyone's choices would be to make into a set list. I mean, obviously some of mine are going to be kind of a given, but it was tough because, for example, like, I love Rock and Roll Train, but Anything Goes is my number 1. So I had to like determine between that, and I had to determine between Stiff Upper Lip and Satellite Blues. And I'm just like, that's tough because I love both of them. But as you already know, Satellite Blues is one of, obviously I named the channel after it. It's also one of my top tier favorites. So I did have a couple of tough decisions on certain albums, but I think my set list came out pretty good. Alright, we'll start the second episode here. We do have some exciting changes, at least on this channel, coming up. I finally got it's a lower grade gaming laptop, but it was all my budget could afford at the time. So we got a couple PC games we're going to try out at some point in the future. Hopefully by this week. We use the popular songs, either pick an amazing song or one that is mandatory in a set list. Interesting. So, there's 2 games that I want to play. Hopefully I want to start one of them by the end of the week. So I got Schedule 1 and I have Supermarket Simulator. We're going to start one of them. Hopefully by the end of the week if I can figure out how to properly stream and everything on those. So that's what I think I'm going to do there. But I will let anybody else who joins the stream tonight know that there's some new fun things that are going to be happening. We are almost to the affiliate mark. We just have to get a couple more viewers to bump the average up, and then we'll be there. I think we need to average 3 viewers per stream over the last 30 days, so I think we're sitting at 2.1 or 2.2. So hopefully we'll hit that soon, and then once we become affiliate, more fun things can occur in the chat, stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's go to the second episode. We'll start the second one.
Another clockwork part had surfaced in India, so the boys and I loaded up the van and zeroed in on our next target, a mysterious spice lord known as Rajan. A self-made man who grew up poor on the streets of Calcutta, he started his life of crime selling illegal spices in the black market, eventually growing his small outfit to a sizable operation and earning himself a seat in the prestigious Claw Gang. He's since crowned himself Lord of the Hills, and while he goes to great lengths to convince others of his royalty, it's mostly to convince himself. True to form, he's holding a lavish ball in his newly purchased ancestral palace. The reason? To show off his latest acquisition, the Clockwork Wings, the symbol of my enemy. If you saw the wings silhouetted against the night sky, it was already too late for you, especially if your name was Cooper. Rajan believes displaying the wings will bring him prestige, and maybe they will, but they're also bringing me.
Sorry, Lion, I was waiting till the cutscene was over. Yes, so I just made a Steam account over the weekend for the first time, so I do use Steam now for certain things, but I didn't have a laptop capable of running Steam and such at a high level as I do now. But yes, those 2 games I bought off of Steam, which we will eventually play at some point. I just don't know which one I want to start with. I feel like maybe I should start with Supermarket Sim because it's a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know yet, but I gotta play around with it and see how I can get it attached to OBS to be able to properly stream everything. So.
Scope out the palace and then find a way to break into the ballroom. Let's find out who's at this party. remember how to spire jump?
What? You think I forget one of the Cooper family's greatest thief moves? Whenever I'm near pointed objects, I just need to jump and hit the circle button to perform a ninja spire landing.
That's correct. Now let's see it in action.
Not like necessarily, I guess. I guess for me, horror games just haven't really appealed a lot to me. But I guess it depends. If there's something that looks interesting, I'd be willing to try it. But overall, horror games are just not something that really appeal to my eye. I'm a big platformer, though. That's why I play games like this. It's stuff that I've grown up with that I absolutely love. You play them a lot, too. But you get easily scared. So that ought to be an interesting view on you playing horror games. But no, I play a lot of sports and platformers and simulations. I do play a couple shooters, but that's mostly with friends. I don't play very many. And of course game shows, because thanks to Tyler getting me into playing Wheel of Fortune, which those streams have been the most entertaining and the most successful out of any stream I've ever done, which is crazy. I never would have thought Wheel of Fortune would have been the hot topic. Alright. I don't feel like doing the mission yet. I kind of just want to, like, bullshit around the hub world for a little bit. That's another thing. Games like this that I have played so many times in my life, I enjoy them so much that I like to take the time. I don't like to rush the game. So I try to stretch the game out as much as I can and want, per se. I hate rushing through a game. Especially ones that I enjoy. Still can't believe this game came out 21 years ago. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even though I know every ins and outs of this game, I still just like to take it at a slow pace. I like to explore the hub worlds, even though it's not really exploring anymore. It's more just running around, taking loot, killing enemies type of thing. And then we will find all the collectibles before the last mission is how I like to do things. I think we already played this once on this channel, but I forgot to save all the clips for the YouTube, so I am playing it again because, for one, that way there's actually gameplay of it, and two, I love it. This was like one of my very first platformers. My first game I had was a Pac-Man game on the PS1, and then this was my I think this is gotta be one of the first PS2 games I ever had. But luckily, it's been remastered for the PS3 and then remastered for the PS4 and 5 on the store, which is basically just the HD collection ported over. But it's crazy, a game like this was released 21 years ago and it still looks just as good as it would any time. Was Portal on the 360 and Tetris on the DS. Interesting. I always find it interesting to hear what everyone's first video game was. Lion, do you have like a favorite game all time? Like, if you had to pick one game to be your favorite, like, do you have one? Mine's obviously this game. Like, no game competes with this. For me, anyway. How'd you see me up here? Half-Life 2? I think I might have heard of it, but I don't know much about it. It'd be something that I would have to look up and see what it kind of is about. I think I've heard of it, I just don't know much about it. Yeah, well, like, these bottles here, it's an amazing game. Of course, I could say this about this franchise in general is good, but this game, the second game out of the franchise is the best one out of the four. But there's 30 bottles in each hub world, and if you collect them, you get like a special move type thing. But I won't go collect them until almost the end of the world. Unless I accidentally jump onto one by it without knowing it was there. See, I do have, on the contrary, I do have a couple more live shows, or full shows scheduled. I have a early Highway to Hell, and I have a Blow Up Your Video, I think. I gotta get them together, though. I don't have them ready. That guy's got something good. Oh, I got more. Trust me, I got more. I just have to... It's always fun to determine which show I do next. Because I kind of have like a schedule on how I do them. So pretty much... Once I upload one show from each tour, then I reset it, and I just randomly select them, and that's why I just kind of... It's almost like a cycle. Once I get to Blow Up Your Video, that's the end of the... that's the end of all the shows for that group. So then I'll go back and I'll start with the Razor's Edge and think, okay, which one do I want to do next, type of thing. That's kind of how I randomly just select them. But I don't remember what Blow Up Your Video show it is. I think it's Chicago, September 9th, 1988. I think at the Rosemont Horizon. I think that's the one. But I know Case has been bothering me. Not really bothering me, but jokingly bothering me to upload Go Zone, which I do have another show for Go Zone. That'll be next, so Case can be happy. But it's at the East Rutherford, not the Binghamton. Wait, no, it is the Binghamton. Classic Case. I know it. Yeah, it's the Binghamton show. So I got that one I gotta do yet. I need to upload more 2016 as well, but I have so few of them that I'm trying to stretch them out. Alright, let's do this opening mission a while.
I figured out how to sneak in above the ballroom without being detected. The only problem is there's no way to climb up to that balcony door.
Not a problem. There seem to be plenty of branches for me to walk on. I'll figure it out.
Well, let me rephrase that. 2016 shows with Brian, I should say. The only thing, I'm not uploading any full shows with Axel. Axel. Let me repeat that. One, just because I didn't like the way it sounded. The only thing I will upload from Axel that I have, about 5 or 6 different ones, is Livewire. But only the Brian shows are the ones that I have. So basically I just have from February 2nd to February 28th. And some of them are incomplete. So for example, the Denver, February 8th is incomplete. Set Kansas City, the 28th of February is incomplete. Tacoma, February 2nd, it's complete, but there's a lot of songs that aren't. So it's just, I think Chicago is missing Got Some Rock and Roll Thunder. That's the only downside. That a lot of them are either incomplete or
Like the wings have been
songs are
onto that statue.
cut off short.
They look heavy. Getting the wings out of here will be a real challenge. An electronic witch. That could be useful. That's him. Rajans really pulled out all the stops to impress people with this party. Maybe you should get some shots of the guests. Jean Bisson, a member of the Claw Gang and Canadian shipping baron. He owns half the trains in Canada.
The only two I've uploaded was Dallas and Fargo. I still have Tacoma, Las Vegas, Denver, St. Paul, St. Louis, Chicago, Houston, and Kansas City.
Another Claw Gang member. Arpeggio specializes in exotic technology. Carmelita's here too. She must be undercover with the Contessa to help bust Rajan.
That's where I found some of mine. But honestly, most of what I have gotten has been from other collectors. Tyler has shared a shit ton with me, along with Miguel, and some other. Most of it is all from collectors.
Watch yourself, Sly. This party is crawling with cops.
But some collectors are a little funky.
Bring them back to the safe house, and we'll start building.
I'll tell you after the cutscene.
Stealing the clockwork wings in the middle of a crowded ballroom is going to take some serious misdirection. And the squad of undercover cops only makes things more complicated. Although, we might be able to use them to our advantage. But no matter what we do in the ballroom, sooner or later we'll need to deal with Rajan's security chopper. Murray can take it out with some of the local armaments, but he won't be able to get inside the palace until Sly lowers the drawbridge for him.
So basically, there was a collector who told me I can never upload the Stanley Theater in Pittsburgh during the Back in Black tour. I'm thinking, okay, it's not that rare, but okay. So I told Tyler about it, and he said that's a bunch of bullshit because there's people who have that show's already out there, uploaded and shit. So I eventually just said to hell with it. I'm just going to disregard that. Now, obviously, if it's something that no one has ever either seen or uploaded, or if there's a show that's not very common and someone doesn't want me to, then that's fine. But the Stanley Theater in Pittsburgh, that show's been out and about. There's no reason, like Tyler said, there's no reason that I couldn't upload that, which I have it coming up soon. But get people like that. It's just or you have people who claim they have something new, but really it's just a duplicate of another show with a different sound to it. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten some off of there, but most of what I have came from other collectors. We got the drawbridge, steal a tuxedo. Let's see, what do I want to do? If I do that, then the potato gun mission will be unlocked. That, go over there. Let me just run around for a while and see if anybody else joins the chat tonight. Might be a pretty quiet chat, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, same with me. There's a lot of shows that I've never heard of before that were on there, but all the links expired, so I'm kind of shit out of luck with some of them. So that's why I just rely on, if Tyler comes across something new, he'll share them with me. The Australian ones? They actually sell the Australian ones at the merch store? Like originals or represses, like re-releases. I'm assuming just re-releases. I will. Yeah. I actually have the only original ones I have two original Australian high voltages. The TNT, the Let There Be Rock, and the Dirty Deeds all are unofficial re-releases, like colored vinyl. But I have the Australian high voltage. I have 2 copies of it. So the funny thing is, I'll just tell you this real quick while we're kind of just bullshit. But I have 2 albums in my collection that have been 2 of the most expensive albums I've ever bought. And they are the original press of Ballbreaker and the original press of Stiff Upper Lip, because they're not common to find. A lot of times you'll find the 2014 reissues. You will not find the originals, if at all, or very rarely. They were 2 of the most expensive records I've ever bought. But so I did some research about it. So apparently, Stiff Upper Lip was released in Europe in 2000 when it was released. Apparently, the U.S. never got an original release, from what I've seen and read. The U.S. only got the reissues, like during 2003 or 2014 or whenever it was. Apparently, like, the States and stuff didn't get a original 2000 release of the vinyl, but they did get original of CDs and cassettes. And Ballbreaker, I don't know if that was just difficult. Of course, my Ballbreaker version is still in the shrink wrap. I mean, it's not sealed, but it has a shrink wrap with the hype sticker. The hype sticker still on it. So that was pretty interesting. But Ballbreaker costed $155, and Stiff Upper Lip cost me $170. But I wanted them because I had every other international release record, the original copies. So I just needed those 2 to complete it. Because I have an original Black Ice, because I don't think Black Ice was reissued up until the gold. The gold releases. So I think the only Black Ices you see, but I could be wrong. I don't know if Black Ice was ever reissued. I'd have to check mine actually and see if it is the original 2008. But I know my Rocker Bus is the original 2014, and obviously Power Up is the original 2020. It's not bad, but at the time I thought it was bad because I was so used to paying like $20 for an original copy of, Power Age or something. So, oh, I don't want to get that bottle yet. And the original CDs, yeah. I have all the 2003 reissues on top of all the originals. And I have everything on vinyl, I have everything on CD, and I have everything on cassette. And I have a few things on 8-track. Along with DVDs, box sets, unofficials, posters, pretty much about everything. Singles. I think singles are the most exciting thing that I've been buying lately. Which I haven't bought. I don't think I've bought shit for at least a year. Alright, let's... You have one of the promos? I think I might have one of them. Because it has like the gold lettering on it that says not for sale. Promo copy only, I think. I have the radio. Yeah, I got one of those too, I think. I have 2 radio ones. Like they were used for the radio or something. I have one of Power Age and one of Let There Be Rock, I think was like a radio promo copy. I got a bunch of shit. Then I even have some custom cassettes that I bought from somebody who does custom tapes. So I actually made some, or had him make a bunch of them. But I think my focus is on singles and possibly the Power Age. I don't remember if I have the European one, because that's the one with Cold Hearted Man on it. I think, the UK version. I can't remember if I have that one or not. But I think my most coolest single I have is Big Gun. And Hard as a Rock. I have that one too. Oh, the Hard as a Rock single cost me like $50 or $60 for a 7-inch single. Not many people collect singles. Alright, let's do the drawbridge mission in a while. CD single? I don't know if I have the CD single. Either have I. I know I have the 7-inch vinyl of Big Gun. I have the cassette. But I don't think I have this. Maybe I do have the CD. I have to look sometime. But I do have a Cover You in Oil CD single, and it's shaped as the oil drums. It's not a round CD, it's like a square, like blocked one, because they cut it out in the shape of the oil barrels. I think that's pretty cool. I wonder if I should do a collection video sometime on the YouTube channel, maybe sometime. I don't know how I would do it though, because I really don't have a camera to do that. I don't know. Plus, I don't really want to be on camera, so well, maybe. I just don't prefer to be on like pictures or like cameras and shit. I just never liked it. Let's do that drawbridge mission a while. We gotta do something in this stream, right? Can't just sit here and
Sly, Furry and I can't get inside the palace unless you lower the drawbridge.
I'd love to, pal, but the winch is all locked down. You know where I can find the keys?
Key guards have recently taken up positions around the palace. Sneak in, pick all of their pockets, and bring the keys back to the lockdown winch.
I need to do a giveaway on the channel sometime. I have 3 copies of Through the Mists of Time and Realize, I think it is. Or no, it's Realize and Witch's Spell. The picture disc. I think I bought 3 of them when they came out because I wanted extra copies. I thought maybe about giving away one of them. I don't know. I feel like I gotta do something to show appreciation for that channel. The only problem is if someone overseas wins the thing, it's gonna cost me a fortune to get that shipped. I'll figure it out. I gotta do something. I don't know what, but I need to do something. I'll ask Tyler and Case and see what ideas they think of. They're always full of ideas. So that guy, I'll get him last. Let's go over and get the other 2 that are farther away. I do too. I love to take the time and appreciate the complete design of this game. The colors are good. Everything just feels like 2000s games had so many good art styles. They did. And Sucker Punch nailed the design of this franchise. No, I know. I actually prefer games that look like this more than games that look realistic type thing. I agree with you. These games like this are way more fun than any game nowadays comes out. The older games will forever always be the more enjoyable ones. Like, there's not really any games that has came out over the last, 5 years that really has interested me in buying. Like, I remember back when the PS2 and the PS3, because I've been a PlayStation user pretty much my whole life. I grew up with the first one, and that's just what I've had. So I remember during, like I said, the PS2 and the PS3 years, there's so many things I was excited to get, and so many memories were made during PS3 years, the time period of the PS3. And it was such a different feel back then. Now it's like I don't get that feeling of a game coming out that I'm excited for anymore.
You could use noise to lure this guard from his post. Try ringing that gong and picking his pocket when he returns to his post.
Am I able to sneak around this guy? This is also something that one arcade was my on arcade. I had a TMNT game. I had two of them. I had a cartoon version and I had like the real life, quote unquote, real life game for the PS2. They were fun. I had a lot of games based on like movies and stuff. Just like another thing about this game is these guys will not see you if you're not in the light, which I find hilarious because I'm literally standing right in front of him. And he has no clue because I am not in his light area of vision. These old games are just so good. They had the most... Oh shit, of course that damn monkey's showing up. Come on, dude, get out of here. Ghostbusters video game? I don't think I've ever played that, line I had a lot of like... Of course I don't watch movies much now, but I had a lot of like Pixar movie games. Like I had movies based off a lot of like Pixar movies. Cars. Stuff like that. Got one more. No, I'm probably not. I never even had the first Switch. To be honest. $80 Mario Kart, yeah. I'm already spending $70 or $80 on PS5 stuff, so it's like I never played the first Switch, so it's like I really don't need the Switch 2. I know Tyler's got a Switch. Atari games? Like Atari system or like Atari produced? Was I had like a PS2 game that was Atari actually helped make, but it really isn't like an Atari console game. But we got the potato gun, 2600 card. Oh my god, that's a lot of Atari games there. Let's get this helicopter chopper one done in a while. That one's kind of just eh. Oh wow, we've only almost gone for an hour already. I'm surprised no one else has stomped in here. Right, you have 36. You have 36 from what you've counted. Oh, you're saying 36 out of 2600 that were made? Shit, get out of here. Shit, alright. Oh, you meant Atari 2600. Ooh, okay. Sorry for my my idiocracy. That's even a word. I don't even fucking know. Okay. I thought you meant there was 2600 like games made. I was like, oh, that's a lot of games made for the Atari.
That chopper is a menace to all
These turn controls sometimes piss me off.
on this job.
It's like they're inverted.
It's all covered in missiles and guns and stuff.
Now be a team player and take it out with that rusty pre-war turret.
Okay, I had a potato gun once. I'll bet it works just the same.
Okay, let's see. We gotta get this damn turned. Shoot this helicopter out. Alright. But yeah, I'm hoping to start one of the, either Schedule 1 or Supermarket Sim. Hopefully by the weekend. I think that would be enjoyable. But, like I said, I gotta... play the original Battletoads? Can't even tell you what game that is. Line I.
Hit buttons fast to keep your strength up.
Oh, there's one mission later in this game.
Use the left
It's a
hand
tank
button
control. It's terrible.
down the R1 button to fire. Be careful.
And I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older. As a kid, I hated that, but that's later in the game. Try not to spoil it in case you've never heard of this game.
Shoot down enemy missiles before they hit you.
But you can always watch other parts on the YouTube channel if you ever miss anything. Shit. You should. It's fun. I mean, I started doing this, you know, pretty solidly since January. I never, you know, thought to myself that I would want to do this, but I'm using it as like just an outlet, you know.
Triumphant.
Good work. The all clear.
That's okay. Save up for a decent mic and then maybe start trying to do it again. I did it because I just wanted something as an outing from real work, real life type thing. I started doing it, and it just progressively got more fun and more people. So I decided to stick with it and just see what happens with it, you know? You never know if you don't try of what could happen. Alright, we got that one done. Oh, I do too, trust me. Like, there's a lot of games that I'm not that good at, but, you know, that's what, you know, people, at least most people, like, who are truly, like, in depth with the streamer themselves aren't going to care so much if you're really good at the game or if you're learning the game or if you're just, you know, they're gonna enjoy it anyway. If you build a community who likes you as a person, you know, as a streamer per se. Like I struggled on stuff that on a lot of games that people probably wouldn't have struggled on. But that's just because I never played it before or just I'm not really that good at it. The key is one thing I will say that has helped me is being a decent person and a good person, and then you start to meet other people, other streamers who are willing to help you, and so on. It goes a long way, and it definitely makes it worthwhile. Because Cosmic and Meatsock are the two people that I met on here that have helped me tremendously. I don't even think, can I give them a shout out on here without them being in here? They'll probably get a notification. Actually, let me, even though it's just you, but I should probably put that in the chat right now, actually. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know if I don't even think do I even have that command? Hold on, I gotta look this up for a minute. To initiate once every 2 minutes while your stream is live. Okay. Let's try this out and see what happens, Lion Eye. Yeah, keep that in mind. Wait, what? Keep that in mind. I'll keep that in my... Oh, that's what you meant. But yeah, just keep that in mind. If once you start streaming and you start... Just be... It's not hard just to be a decent human being to everybody else, you know? So many people are, at least in this day and age, are very negative with each other. It's like, just be nice. Just be friendly. I don't know... Oh, here we go. Let's try this. I'm gonna shout out both of them. I don't know if it's gonna work though. Wait, maybe I don't even have... I might not have that. I don't think I have that unlocked to use. Whatever. I don't see it in my Twitch commands. Let me see something once. Yeah, I probably don't even have that unlocked, honestly. I'm still learning a lot of this shit. But anyway, they're in my suggested streamers. So if you ever wanted to, you know, look them up or something, without them, they're the ones they have really shared my stuff and told people to come check this out, check that out, without me even like wanting them to. Like I didn't, I don't ask them to do any of that stuff, but they do it anyway. So I kind of give a lot of appreciation to them for helping me along and helping people be following to help build the community that I'm trying to grow. Right now I have the goal set to 75 and we're at 52. Hell, 52 is even more than I ever thought I would get on here. So we got the tuxedo mission. I don't know what other days I'll be live this week. I know Friday for sure. Probably Wednesday. I'm still unsure if Tuesday and Thursdays are just going to be my like regular days off of not doing anything. The problem lies to where I enjoy doing it too much that sometimes I think I go live too often. Just because I'm either bored or I just really like to do this. But I feel like if you go live too often, then a lot of people are bored of it because then they're like, oh, they're live again, and we don't want to watch them again. So it's like, I feel like I definitely need to have like certain like days where I don't, so they can anticipate the next time that I do. Yeah, I don't know. At least throughout me doing this whole streaming thing, I think I've kept a lot of Tuesdays and Thursdays out just because it just fits. But I don't know. Like I said, probably Saturday I'm going to try to aim for one of the new games. Fridays are Wheel of Fortunes with Tyler and Case. I don't know what Wednesday. Of course, I could be playing this one Wednesday, but I enjoy this. Again, I enjoy this game too damn much that I just like to play it any chance I get. Other than that, we finished Tie, so that game's done. Friday or Fortune. Friday of Fortune. It's true. Sundays are just... Yeah, I know what you meant. Sundays are kind of just. I do too. Have you seen Case's spelling? Him and I are just as bad. The Sundays all depend on if I feel like doing something or not. How'd you see me down there, dude? It's just all dependent on what I feel like.
Hello, I'm here for the dance.
Huh? Sorry, sir, but we have a dress code. You got a tuxedo?
No.
Sorry, pal. No tux, no entry.
Sorry, Sly. Somehow I totally overlooked the need for formal wear. That guy's not going to let you in without a tuxedo.
Don't beat yourself up, Bentley. At a party this ritzy, there has to be a spare penguin suit around here somewhere.
Try the guest house. Someone may have overpacked.
Keep a time of day. I think I have been though. I think I pretty much have started almost every stream about 9 o'clock. Is what I try to aim for. So I can say I think I've been more consistent on time than I have been days and what we've been playing. Only because I started certain games and then it's like I don't really feel like going back to them because I'm playing other things that have my interest. But I think time-wise, I've been pretty set with that.
Okay, Bentley. I'm in position inside the guest house. Have any intel for me?
Well, I recommend searching all the rooms. It's statistically probable that each should hold at least one portion of a tuxedo.
What do I look for inside the rooms?
This isn't an exact science. Ransack the place until you find part of a tuxedo.
Any plan which involves ransacking is okay with me.
Attention girls, this is Lord Rajan. The party here is in full swing and all visitors are now in the ballroom.
Go for it, Lion Eye. I'll follow you. I'll watch some if and when I can. I'll let Tyler and Case know that you're thinking about starting up. That's okay. I mean, for the
Need to use your stealth attack in here.
the mic of
The triangle
hold on.
button knocks guys up into the air, and the square button brings them down hard.
Like the mic I'm using now is a different one than what I use for the DC streams. I just use my old mic for the DC streams, and I use my newer one for this. So you're good. You don't have to have some special mic right away. Trust me, it took me a long time just to get other equipment to play certain things. You know, it took me a good, like, almost a month of thinking and thought processing before I bought this laptop. It wasn't even like, it wasn't the money per se, but it was at the same time. It was more of like, okay, if I'm going to spend this, is this something that I'm going to regret? Type of thing. Like, I was unsure of if that's what I really wanted to spend my money on. That's true, Lina. You're still focusing on your schooling. Nope, that's what I did. I focused on, and I was still in like in schooling and shit. I focused on that, and then once I got done, then I worried about working.
This is Rajans' room. Stay sharp. He's probably got extra security.
You got a whole life ahead of you, so. Shit. Where'd he come from? Oh, don't die. I'm getting all fucked up right now. I want to see something once. Hold on a second. Let me see something. What do we got? See if this works. I'm gonna see if the shout out thing will work on the laptop instead of my phone. And then I'll give about 2 minutes. You know, I can only do it once every 2 minutes. Then I'll do the other person. There, I'll do that. And then in a couple minutes I'll do the other person. Because I feel like I need to shout them out and give them appreciation. So we'll wait a little bit until I can do the other one. Shit. But yeah, if you ever want to have some other streamers in your, you know, in the people you follow, definitely check out Cosmic, and then I am going to put Meat Socks in the chat here in a few minutes. They're wonderful people, by the way. They play a lot of different stuff, so basically Meat Sock, which, can I do that yet? It's been 2 minutes, let me try it again. Shout out. There we go. Meat Suck. 6 weeks. There we go. All right. So basically, the two people I just shouted out in the chat. If you're looking for anything fun and great people to follow, go feel free to do that. So basically, Lion Meat Sock does a lot of horror stuff. So if you like horror games, that's stuff that he likes to do. With a couple other things mixed in. And Cosmic, she does a lot of art. She did a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff a while back, and some other stuff. So just overall, like I said, overall great individuals. But they do like a wide variety of things.
That's it. Now that you've got a complete
Yeah, no problem.
the doorman will let you into the ballroom.
But I wanted to give them a shout out simply because they're the ones who have helped me get to where I'm at. So I felt like it was only right to put them a shout out, even though you're the only one in here. But I feel good about doing it. All right, now we can get into the ballroom. Hopefully, Lon, hopefully you've been enjoying just chilling in here. This game isn't like super like intensive. It's kind of laid back. Shit. Yeah, it keeps your mind moving a little bit rather than just staring at homework the whole time and just being completely. Like, I don't know if you were like me, but like when I was in school and had homework and shit, like I'd zone out just by looking at it because I had zero interest in doing it. I did not mean to hit that gong. But here at some point soon, I think I'm going to try to figure out how to put like my console games also in OBS. That way I actually have overlays, so like the chat will actually be on the screen hopefully, and like if someone follows me it'll come up and say like the notification saying so and so followed you, or someone, if I once I get to affiliate it'll say about bits and subs and channel points and whatever. You have zero interest in it now. I always wait until bedtime. That's what I used to do. I used to put it off until the very end. Then my parents would get pissed at me because I would wait till like 9 o'clock at night and be like, I need help with this homework. And they'd be like, why didn't you tell us earlier? Because I didn't want to do it, that's why.
Of course I do. I'm here to dance.
Then come on in.
We all had the same childhood.
Your tuxedo disguise is working perfectly. No one will recognize you in that outfit. Now, during the heist, you'll need to dance with Carmelita to keep both her and the crowd distracted. The only problem is, she's picky about dance partners, so you'll need to impress
Oh
her.
yeah, I think parents in general nowadays understand how useless homework actually is. At least to me, I think homework is just completely useless.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
I used to chase after you back in Paris.
Paris? Sly Cooper? You aren't by any chance here to turn yourself in? Old Ironsides would fall out of her dress.
As good as that sounds, how about a dance first?
Enchanté. Try to memorize the steps. Now your turn.
Oh yeah.
Using me to get at old Ironsides.
Yes, I am. Do you mind?
Not at all.
I used to procrastinate so badly. I'd get it done. Now, it may not have been completely done, but I at least had something on the paper. Whether it be right or wrong. I never walked in there with this completely blank. If I was wrong, I was wrong. Oh well.
Yes.
That fellow is very graceful.
If only you moved spice shipments as well.
Silence.
Delicious.
2 a.m. Yeah, no. I'm good. I'm in bed by then.
Lovely.
I wouldn't wait that long. I had a friend, actually one of my best friends. When we were in college, he would actually call me at like 1 in the morning. Be like, hey, did you get that homework done? Did you get that like take-home stuff packet done? I'm like,
That was delightful.
yeah, but why are you calling
Thank
me?
you, Constable Neela. After all, it takes two to tango.
Yes, and 3 is always a crowd. Neela, your friend here is quite an accomplished dancer. I tried to make him look good. Please, Neela, his skills far surpass you.
Perhaps later you and I might share a dance, Miss...
Miss Fox. Carmelita Fox. And I accept.
All right, boys, we're ready for the next phase. My plan to get at the clockwork wings requires the use of the electric winch above the ballroom. To get control over the device, I'll need to hack the computers in Rajans' boardroom. Plus, we'll need an extra strong saw blade to cut the wings off the statue. To make a saw blade that durable, I'll need Sly to steal the gems off the headdresses on Rajans' prize elephants. And finally, I'll take to the field with my remote control helicopter and nullify the palace's surface-to-air defenses. That should clear things up for the heist.
The guy's voice reminds you of Skate 3 Coach? I don't think I've ever played Skate 3, to be honest with you. From the cutscene? Oh yeah, that's the turtle guy, by the way. His name's Bentley. Have you even heard of this franchise, though, Lion? I gotta ask you that, anyway. What do we got? Do I even dare keep doing missions right now? So we got Bentley, we got the elephants, and we got the ballroom deal. That's it. I'll screw around for a little bit more. Your uncle played this game once a long time ago? It's great. This is definitely like a franchise I would recommend to anybody who likes platformers and like story-based games. This franchise has one of the best stories in video games. At least in my opinion. Think your dad would love it? Is your dad a gamer? That's cool. You know, that's one thing I can say I've never done. I've never had a LAN party with my friends before. I know a lot of people have, but I never did. You can't jump up here, buddy? So yeah, there's 4 games in this franchise. Unfortunately, I guess I probably shouldn't say too much. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much. I want to do one more again, but nobody says anything about it. Yeah, I feel like that's a thing of the past anymore, though. I feel like LAN parties are definitely not as popular as they once were. Where the hell did he show up? He just like spawned in out of nowhere. What do we got going? It's been an hour and a half. I feel like that's a good amount of time. I like to try to split this game up into as many parts as I can by taking, you know, a decent amount of time to do so. I'm surprised nobody else showed up tonight, though. Oh well, it happens. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, if anything. I don't know. I guess I could finish that. I could keep playing that Monopoly game that I've already started. We'll see. The line, I think I'm gonna end it here for the night. I think, kind of getting tired. I think it's a good stopping point for now. And then when we play this game, no, I know I'll be back on this game on Wednesday for sure. But it gives us some more missions to do in the final mission on Wednesday. We'll get the collectibles, we'll get the clue bottles, and then we'll start the third episode. Maybe not. I don't know. We might save the third episode for the next time after that yet. I don't know. I never know what I want to do. Nothing is ever set in stone for me. Yeah, I'll probably I normally start around, I try to aim for about 9 o'clock. Or a little bit before if I have the time to. But like I said, I don't know what I'm playing tomorrow yet. I don't know. Something. Just don't know what. But anyway, Lion-Eye, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for talking and chatting. It's fun whenever somebody's in here rather than playing the game by myself, talking to myself. So, with that, I'm just going to end this here. And if I don't see anybody tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday. You're enjoyable for you too? Well, good. I'm glad. Lion-Eye, if I don't see you tomorrow, hopefully you have a good day tomorrow, and hopefully your week will continue to be well. Then, if not, I may or may not see you Wednesday. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to end it here, and I will see everybody the next time.